These people are speaking it out here. They're letting you know what's going on.
Conservative New Media viewers, today we're going to take some time to talk about the New York City Times Square car bomber, Faisal Shahzad, and discuss him in the context of the growing national conversation and fight over immigration that was spurned by Arizona's passage of SB 1070, its new immigration enforcement law. The main point which we want to get across here is that Faisal Shahzad is a naturalized United States citizen. That is, he has dual citizenship between America and Pakistan, and he went through the legal and proper channels, obviously, to become a United States citizen. And even with that safeguard, even with the immigration safeguard being in place, having to go through the testing and the understanding of citizenship rights and responsibilities for this country, still Shahzad is and turned out to be a radical Islamist. And I think that this helps to kind of give some perspective to what people in Arizona who overwhelmingly support the new SB 1070 bill and who feel justifiably as though Arizona, parts of California, Texas, and New Mexico are becoming kind of de facto war zones because of some of the crime that is associated with these regions and with, unfortunately, some of the illegal immigrants who have been coming through these borders. The point is this: you need to have some level of standards, of ways of guarding your borders and trying to keep out those people who are criminals, known criminals, who could be susceptible to bad influences because of pressures from their homeland, pressures on family, connections, questionable connections, such as those which may have been the case with Faisal Shahzad. That is a very basic element one would expect to be screened and covered in the immigration process. Even though most of it's just a formality, a person can fake wanting to be a United States citizen and believing in the ideals of this country. It's something. It's a thing. It's some level of barrier to entry. And, of course, if a person does become a legal citizen of the United States, well, then they are held to account. They have responsibilities as well as rights. Whereas if a person comes in here illegally, they have no responsibilities. Unfortunately, they end up having a lot of rights. So this example of Shahzad helps to flesh out the immigration discussion. If a man who went through the proper channels and yet is still radicalized and trying to kill fellow Americans' life, how much more important is it to try to enforce borders and illegal immigration laws in areas where there is known drug trafficking, there is known violent activity towards ranchers or policemen who are simply trying to just live their lives and do their jobs, but there are criminal elements who don't care about that. They don't care about that. These people are seen as obstacles or collateral damage if they get in the way of smuggling or drug transactions. And that simply isn't acceptable. So the debate is not about the debate. You hear people on the left trying to frame this as some racist issue, or people don't like, they don't like immigrants. That's absurd. This is not about liking immigrants. This is not about race. It's about laws, and it's about crime, and it's about violence. And the American people need to be protected. That is one of the core functions of the federal government. And just as Faisal Shahzad is a danger to American citizens because of his terroristic tendencies, so are a number of illegal immigrants coming to this country who have criminal ties. And this is one of the main reasons why the people of Arizona put their foot down and said, enough. If the federal government won't do its job, well, then we here in Arizona will do the job for them so that our people, our children, our state is protected. Reporting for Conservative New Media, I'm Paul F. Villarreal.